Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to share a little bit more about my microblading. So like we'll go into the process of it. Was it painful, the cost, and aftercare, before how my brows looked and now after. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Natural brows, they generally tend to slant pretty downwards, so they were actually pretty like my brow bone is like pretty low actually here. So whenever I would draw my brows, I would always do my best to try and arch it, but at the same time it would look like I had then two tails here because I would draw upwards and my hair would like grow downwards here. So yeah, that was a bit annoying, and I couldn't really get the shape right as well, so which is one of the main like reasons or factors that I decided to go for microblading in the end. I'll link the picture of my brows beforehand so you can see how it looked like. So one of the biggest considerations or worries that I had when I decided to go for microblading was obviously the aftercare. I was worried that it wouldn't turn out as nice as I wanted, because obviously it's on your face, it's gonna be there for a while, and I have had a friend, or I've heard stories of other people who did their microblading, weren't too satisfied with it. So yeah, that was my hesitation, which is why I took so long before I actually like bit the bullet and decided to go for it. So one very important thing that I would say when deciding to, or thinking about going for microblading, is definitely do your research. I wouldn't say I did mine very well or in depth, but I definitely made it a point check out multiple salons and look at all the process, their works, basically like their portfolio and everything on Instagram. And I'm sure now there's actually a lot of salons that promote their work on Instagram, so there's definitely tons that you can find. And yeah, another tip that I would say is to look for a salon that does work or specializes in work that you would be interested in. So, or the look that you want your brows to be. So actually there's a few different types, I think. Like for brows, it's like the ombre misty brows, or like the Korean brows. And yeah, microblading is just another subcategory of the whole like brow tattooing or whatever. So the salon that I decided to go for, they generally did quite a lot of works that were more inclined or geared towards like brows that are more arched. So the lady actually did help me to change my shape a little, in that she shaved off the bottom and just tried to basically did the work that is higher up. So all I need to do is to just shave the bottom part of it. And I was actually worried that she would take off too much of it, because I actually didn't want to have too much brow hair shaved or taken off as well. So I was quite glad that it was just a bit of the bottom. So yeah, that was good. So for the process, first they would actually numb your brows with numbing cream. So they just put it, cover it with what do you call that? Oh, cling wrap. And yeah, you just lie there for like I think 30 minutes, and after that she would draw the shape and show you everything to see whether you'll be satisfied with it before she actually started on it. And yeah, so it was pretty quick. I think she did it in about 30 minutes or so. The part that takes the longest is actually the numbing and the tinting as well. So she did mention that this side, I think I have skin that is not as good as my right, because like the pigment wouldn't really go in, so I think she had to go over it, or rather tint it multiple times. And yeah, after the microblading, actually the inner corners here is actually fading a lot faster than this one. So this is like my better part of the face, actually, like my right side, and everything on my right is just generally a lot better. Yeah, but So after you finish, you know, everything, your brows would look a little, or rather quite dark. I would put the picture of my immediate after like up there. So yeah, it would look pretty dark afterwards, and yeah, it was a bit awkward walking out in public, but I guess that's okay. So after that, it would start peeling. I think mine started peeling only after a few days, and it would scab and everything. So they did give me an aftercare gel, which I just had to put on every night for about 2 weeks. And yeah, after I peeled off everything, I must say I'm pretty satisfied with it. I think it looks very natural. And to be honest, I think that I realized there's more pros about microblading after I did it than actually prior to doing it. So after I did it, I realized that, you know, after you go for runs or exercise and stuff, usually if I draw my brows before that, afterwards it would just all come off and stuff. But now, you know, it just stays on, and it actually looks like I still have brows. And you know, even if you go swimming and stuff like that, you can actually look well, for me, I would say I would actually still look decent with brows, you know, because yeah, it's tinted and yeah, it's great. I'm not too sure when I'll need to touch up. Maybe you know, if it gets too light or anything, yeah, I would then go in for a touch up. So cost wise, I think there's actually quite a range of it. So I know that there are home salons that actually charge maybe around 200 to other places. Depends. There are more expensive home salons that I've seen that maybe charge about like 500 to 600. The one I went for, I think it's about yeah, like price that is sort of in the center. So my total cost was about 400, which honestly yeah, made me pretty much broke for the previous month, but I guess it's worth it. I do like it quite a lot, and other than the part that I think here is not perfect, but I mean my left side is just not great, but that's okay. And yeah, so that's all for my microblading process. So I would, yeah, to sum it up, definitely do your research and look at the kind of styles that you prefer and would want to be, you know, suitable for your brows and all. And yeah, look at the price, make sure that, you know, look at their reviews, that they're not, you know, gimmicky or whatever. And yeah, look after it well for like the aftercare, and you should be good to go. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you real soon.